dakingofmc here for the first ever episode of Blocking and Talking Podcast, the podcast where we talk about movies, TV shows, games, all that good stuff. All while we play Minecraft. Very fun. I just want to put this little uh, interlude beforehand because I feel like I didn't do that good of a job explaining what the podcast was in my actual intro. So this is it. This is the podcast where we talk movies, games, TVs, all while we play Minecraft. Very fun time. Also want to give a little warning. My audio's a little janky this episode. I'm trying to figure it out. Jacob's audio's fine though. Sorry about that. Um, what else? What else? What else? Oh, also, we don't got really any viewers. So if you put like literally any question, whether it could be literally about anything, and we'll answer it for sure in the next episode. So put a question if you want to be featured in a YouTube video. Haha. Okay, bye. He's gonna call me Tuto pretty much this whole podcast. Y'all don't know me as Tuto, but it's fine.
Listen,
It's fine. I
I'll call you
don't care.
I'll call you.
No,
I
no, no,
already
no,
told you
no,
the
no.
king.
You call me whatever you wanna call
I'll
me.
call you the king.
We're brothers,
Yes, yes.
so you could call me Tuto. It's fine. I don't
Okay.
care. I don't care. What is this podcast? I have freaking corpse's breath on my screen. Hold on. This podcast is freaking. Sorry, that's not how I should start it. This podcast is
Leo, what the
podcast.
heck are you doing? My dog's just in my room and I just hear him like scavenging through my wires. Go. Go.
The dog.
I hear his like freaking what's it called? Collar just banging against the wood. I'm like, what the heck is happening?
Basically, the whole gimmick of this is a podcast where we talk about movies, games, TV shows, all that good stuff. Whatever we want, really. I mean, it's our podcast. Let's do what we want. And
What?
it's essentially gonna be that, and we're gonna be playing Minecraft in the background. We're not. It's not really gonna be acknowledged the Minecraft we're playing in the background, but
Come on, come on, come on! I freaking dog. Hey, keep talking. My bad, dude. There's so much people talking now.
no,
Well,
that's fine,
It's just my
brother.
mom.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. Do you want to introduce yourself, Jacob? What would people know you for? Would people know you at all? Do you?
I don't think so.
Do you have anything public? Like, do you have a public Instagram account or something?
Yeah,
You do?
but I don't use it.
Uh,
I don't post on it. Look, I have social media. I am not a poster. I am a watcher.
okay. Yeah. Okay. So this first
But I think-
episode.
okay.
What? What?
If you watched his video, like a while back, you
Oh,
will
please
know
don't
me.
watch that video.
No, that's if you watched it. You don't have to watch it. It's pretty bad. As in
The
the
squeaky-
drive ahead video,
The squeaky
yes,
voice
I was a
kid.
speaker. I won't in life. I still kind of. Okay, in the drive ahead video, if you watch that, you would know me as Jacob 007. That was just I don't know, but now I'm super flat.
I like that username way
There you
better
go.
than your old one. I'm gonna be completely honest.
I do too. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just running in circles.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, so this is basically a podcast. We're just gonna be playing Minecraft in the background while we talk about fun stuff. And this episode, we're not gonna cover any news because it's the first episode, so I feel like that would kind of be awkward. So instead, I wanted to go over the top everything of 2020 because 2020 sucked. Let's be real here. 2020 was the worst.
No wonder I feel my freaking thing vibrating so hard. I was like, what's wrong with my phone? I'm not getting any notification. It's Sebastian just spamming my messages. He spammed me 9 times.
Oh, Mr. Sebastian didn't call me. And I felt like starting with the top 5 of 2020 would give the people a good idea of what our personalities are like and what we're into. So that would be a good first episode, right? Like, I feel like that's a genius first episode.
He smells my pizza.
Let's start with What do we have here? Movies. Let's start with the movies. The top 5
Oh,
movies of
you only
2020.
did that because I have a short one.
Because that's the order it is in the thing. Oh no,
No,
TV
so
is the first one in the thing. You want to start with TV then?
you try to sell me out, brother.
Okay, we'll
Wait,
start with TV. How do you want to do it? Do you want to like say it at the same time? Or
we
fit?
could take turns. That like you say one, then I'll say my one, and then you could do that. You could explain like that, or we could say it
Okay,
at the same time. Up to you, man.
you go first. You go first with your number 5 choice.
Me?
We're doing top 5s because we're covering TV, movies, and shows, and I feel like top 10s for each of them would take way too long. So
Yeah. I found a village. Sorry.
yeah.
Um, my top five is. Well, my first one is.
You don't start with the best one and then you go, yeah, this one was kind of good.
Cut that out. Cut that out. Cut that out.
Okay, I will.
Okay. My. So my top five. I'm gonna start from worst to best. Outer Banks. I know. I don't know if y'all watched it.
I
I
don't know what
watched it
Outer
because
Banks is. What is it even about? I just know it's like a cop and the cop is the girl from the 100.
so my friend recommended this to me. I was like, so cool. And I watched it and I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. I watched it so long ago. I kind of don't remember a lot of it. I'm gonna be real.
Do you just remember you liked it?
I just remember I liked it. I remember they're looking for some treasure, if I correct. I watched this kind of a long time ago. I really have bad memory also. Um, that's really. I would recommend it. That's all I can tell
What
you.
is it about? What is it about? I have
I just said I
literally
don't
no
remember.
comprehension. You have no you don't know what it's about? Like
I don't remember.
that's
But I
rough, buddy.
remember it was pretty good.
Cool. My number 5 is
Okay.
okay.
I would recommend it to y'all.
My number 5 is Lego Masters. Do you even know what Lego Masters is?
No.
Dude.
We were doing this and you're like, oh, Lego Masters came out. And I was like, you're like, actually, I'm gonna put Lego Masters in there. I was like, what's Lego Masters?
Dude, oh my gosh, you're in for a treat, dude. I'm dead serious. You have Hulu, right?
Yes.
Okay. I kid you not, put this on your watch list. It's like a reality show and it's hosted by Will Arnett and it's like reality
Will I
show like
am?
Will Arnett, the
Oh.
guy who voices like BoJack and stuff. He's basically like it's a show and I don't usually like game shows, but it's a game show where people build like Lego structures. Like you know the show Face Off, you remember like the makeup?
I seen previews about that. That's what that is. I legit
Yeah.
thought it was like a Lego show. Like,
It's
oh, I'm Lego Batman, haha, like the Lego movie.
no, Lego Masters is the freaking game show with people building
I
Legos.
okay. I was thinking of watching that. Okay.
It's so good. I watched it all with Brandon, and it like there's like the people they have there are like there are other reality shows where the people they get are like kind of annoying, and that's their whole thing is being toxic because toxicity
Uh-huh.
sells. But everyone in the show is like so wholesome, dude. It's like the Great British Bake Off. Like it's like there's like one team, and it's all teams of two, so there's not a
Ooh, that's
single
kind
one.
of cool. Hey, let's go on it.
Yeah, dude, there's
Oh
one
well,
team
not
that's like a
now.
Puerto
It's kind
Rican
of a little virus going around, but
there's a Puerto Rican team. There's a Puerto Rican father and son.
oh, that's kind of lit.
It's so good. And then there's like one team that's like a married couple, and there's one team that are like both like bearded like best friends, and they both have like big old beards, and they just love building Lego and stuff. I think they were my favorite
Ooh.
team. I'm not gonna spoil nothing, like who goes home or whatever, but like they're pretty. There's like these two teams. There's one team that's
Do
like
you have a
two.
bet?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Sorry.
There's
Huh?
two teams that are like not two teams. There's one team that's two cross dressers, cosplayers. They're like cosplay at Comic Con. It's so good. The
That's funny.
Lego creations they make are so. I love Lego. I just love this show. You should watch it, buddy.
I low key think I might.
It's great. I hope they make another season. I don't know how popular it was.
Hmm.
Okay. What about
Um.
your number 4?
Let me pull it out. Hold on, cause uh,
I had the biggest, stupidest smile on my face talking about Lego Masters.
Charm City Nights. Uh, okay. I only watched it because there's a scene popular on TikTok, and then I was like, "What's that movie? It looks good." And I was like, "Oh, it's Charm City Nights." So, it's about how, like, every summer there's a bike show with people who do like cool tricks on motorbikes, and this kid and his friends wants to join and be like them.
He wants to be the
And
Charm City Knight.
no, he wants to no, what?
I don't know.
And he wants to like do all that. So there's this super famous group called the Midnight Click, right?
Okay.
They're really famous for all their, cool, cool tricks and all that stuff on their bikes. So he was like, I want to join them. And his brother, who died, was used to like rock with them. So he's like, oh, I could join them. They know me, right? They probably know me, yeah. So he tries to join, and he's like, it's not easy to be over here. You have to do a lot of things. You have to sacrifice a lot of stuff. And yeah, he didn't have a motorbike, so they let him build his own out of a whole bunch of scrap parts.
This kind of sounds like the plot for a Need for Speed game.
And yeah, and it's really dope. I recommend it. I saw it on TikTok, and it's cool.
That sounds good.
It's a lot of. There's a lot of like. Was it a major plot twist? It wasn't. It was. It was. No, it's not. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
There's plot twists. It goes places.
Yeah. It goes places. Yes.
Okay. I don't know if that sounds like my type of show.
I don't think it is.
But for those out there who like
But
that
I would recommend.
thing,
I would also recommend it.
I have a friend that I feel like would like that.
Pretty good. Oh, but it's also on HBO Max, so I don't know if y'all have that or if you do. Watch
Bro,
it.
HBO Max is like the most underrated streaming service. I feel like.
What are you trying to do? You wanna
I say that all the time.
Go. My dog
Um,
is legit like a cat.
what's
Just
my
wants
number
to
4?
scratch on the door. Wants to come in
Ooh,
there.
okay. I want to give some context here. Oh, I have a burp coming. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, wait. So some context. 2020 sucked for me. It was the worst year of my life. I had a really, really hard time in 2020. So when I was watching TV, I kind of tended to avoid dark stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So most of my stuff is cartoons. I just want to say that. So my number 4 is Adventure Time Distant Lands. It's so good if you're a fan of Adventure Time. Honestly, I can't really recommend it if you don't like Adventure Time. So Adventure.
Dang, that long ago?
Yeah, it ended a long time ago. And this year, Distant Lands came out. I think it was this year. And they announced 4 specials for it. It's a new show.
Last year.
I don't. Okay, sorry, it's 2021.
Oh, Happy New Year's, everybody.
Happy New Year's. They announced that they're bringing back Adventure Time with a new series called Adventure Time Distant Lands. It's going to be only 4 episodes. Each episode's about an hour long. So if you add up the minutes all together, it's about as long as a normal season of Adventure Time. It's really good. I really like the Adventure Time, so I really like this. It like progresses the characters and it gives you more context of the characters, and like some characters you wouldn't expect for a whole show to be about. Like the first episode's called BMO, and it's all about BMO. Like none of the other Adventure Time's characters are in it, but it's like actually pretty cool. Good. Yeah, I like it a lot. So I mean, there's not much more I can say about it. If you like Adventure Time, watch it. If you don't like Adventure Time, you probably won't find the same enjoyment. That's why I have it at 4. But I like Adventure Time a lot, so yeah, that's my number 4 choice.
Mine is Infinity Train.
Your third choice?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, I have. I'm gonna give a little spoiler. I have Infinity Chain as number 1 for me. So I have some things to pitch in this conversation. But just start.
Infinity Train. It's good. It's really good. What
Yup.
else do I have on here? Okay. From the other two things I have on here.
Whoa, wait, whoa. You can't just have
No,
the.
wait. You just wait.
Okay. Okay.
I said from the other two things in here, I don't think it's as good. For me.
For
But
you.
what seasons came out? 2 and 3, you said?
2 and 3, yeah.
I was kinda when
No
you
spoilers.
told me. No, yeah. When you told me that they might stop making Infinity Chain, I was kind of like, because like it's actually a really good show, and we went out of our way to watch it on HBO Max just so we could help them out.
Support the
And
creators.
yeah,
Yeah, for those who
how
don't
do I not
know,
spoil this though?
I could give a
It's like-
synopsis.
It's
Oh!
like a lot
Sorry.
that happens, and it's like
Infinity Train is about a train, and it's an anthology series, so every season follows different characters, and it's about a train where the characters have numbers on their hands, and what do the numbers mean? Oh, I don't know. And you kind of learn what the numbers mean. You learn more and more about the train as you go, and it's really interesting. And every season gives you kind of new. It does really good at world building. Like you kind of the more you learn about the train, the more you want to know about the train, kind of. It's so cool. Like that.
one thing they do is they make you like feel passion for the characters. Really
Yeah.
good.
The characters are kind of like spot on. Like I love the character work in the show. It's just like kind of my favorite show since Steven Universe ended. And that's not to compare it to Steven Universe because it's nothing like Steven Universe. It's like very
Did
different.
Steven Universe come out 2020?
No, it came out 2019.
Not came out, but you know, like the latest season. Or
Future came out in 2019, and I finished in 2019.
damn.
But yeah, it's so freaking good. I can't stress this enough. If you out of all these shows for minds anyway, if you were to watch one, please watch Infinity Chain. Like
Yeah,
they
I
could
would
use your
recommend
support.
it. I know I'm recommending all of these, but
It's on HBO Max. It's just it's
yeah.
so good. And I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to give too much away.
Too much. And also, I don't want to hype it up a lot because just in case you might not like it.
No, I'm hyping it up. I think it's deserving of like there's certain shows like Steven
No,
Universe.
it's
I don't like
really
hyping
good,
it up because
Yeah,
I mean Steven Universe.
Steven
I can
Universe
see
is
why
great.
people wouldn't like it, you know.
but it's great.
But I can understand why people wouldn't like Steven Universe. But Infinity Train, I mean you're going to like it. It's just that good. Like it's a show that I would recommend to people who don't even watch cartoons. Like it's that good. I really love Infinity Train. It's hard
It
to
makes
talk
you
about
think a
without
lot, too.
spoiling it. Yeah, especially the third season. Without getting into it, I feel like the third season gets very in depth because that's the first season they put on HBO, and I feel like they could tackle a lot more. They could tackle adult things a lot more directly than the other seasons too. Which is not to say that the other two seasons are like kiddish, but it's
It's a little bit less.
it's less overt, and they still tackle important themes and stuff, but there's less like I don't know, like I don't want to say anything. It's just good.
Yeah, it's hard to explain because a lot of stuff happens, and it's like throughout the show, it's just back to back, like oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
And it's kind of a mystery show too. And with mysteries,
is, yeah.
you can't really talk about it without spoiling it. So just watch it, okay?
Go watch it.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Anyway, that's my number 1. That's his number 3. You could say your number 2 if you want.
No. Let's have you go.
Okay. My number 3 is The Mandalorian season 2.
Oh. Okay.
because I think season two. This might be a controversial opinion. I think season two is kind of worse than season one.
Uh,
I
I
think
can see
Mandalorian
that. I can
season
see
one
that. I
might
can
have
see.
been like second place or maybe even first place, but season one didn't come out this year, so it don't count. Season two, I think, is kind of inferior.
I can see why.
Uh, yeah, I'm not gonna spoil nothing for season one either, but it's just because it's like my number three, and I think it's worse than season one doesn't mean it's not good. It's still really good. Like everyone who says the good stuff about the Mandalorian, they're not capping. Like it's like
You're
it's
right.
right. They're right. It's good show. Um,
Good, good, good. Good show.
yeah, it's that
Good
good
show.
stuff. Like I don't know what else I could say to describe how good it
I
is.
think we can't really describe the second season because it all follows up the first season. So you should like
True.
you probably won't if you haven't watched it. I'm pretty sure because there's a lot of hype about it, you know. So
Yeah.
because it deserves it, it's pretty good. But if you haven't watched it, you should watch it.
Okay, I could
And
give a synopsis of season two without spoiling season one. Watch.
I
The
bet.
Mandalorian
Uh huh.
and the child
Okay.
are they're going on a
Nice.
journey to find a group of people,
Uh huh.
and they have to find the group of people. But along the way, they meet a bunch of. It's kind of very much like season one, where it's just like, oh, we're going on random little adventures, and oh, I met this person this
The
adventure,
adventures
and
are fun.
I met this person this random adventure. Except this season doesn't really like. They only tie back like two of the people he met along the way. You know, like, do you remember the person from episode one, like the cowboy guy?
Mhm.
He never came back, but in season one, he definitely would have came back. You know,
Yeah.
it's weird. I don't know. It's hard to talk about without spoiling it. It's just really, really good. It's that good Star Wars stuff, and honestly, if you don't like Star Wars, you still might like it. It's like kind of
Honestly, yeah.
yeah, it's like a western like cowboy show in a way.
The music is kind of good too.
The
Pretty good.
soundtrack is so good. Yes.
Da-na-na-na-na. Okay, that's so bad. Okay.
But it's good though. Just
Yeah,
trust.
it's it. Trust.
Um, yeah. If you don't like Star Wars, you might like it still, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
just I would
It's that good
recommend it.
good. It's that good good.
What do you have anything more to say about it? It's your number one.
No, it is my number one. It's really good. But we covered it, so we don't really need to talk about it. Haha. Anyway, my second is All American. Now, oh boy, I really like this show. I don't know when this is gonna go up, but in 7 days,
I don't know when this is gonna go up either.
the season 2 starts, and I marked it on my calendar because I'm kind of excited. I'm
You marked down
confused
your
on the trailer.
calendar?
Yes.
Oh wow.
I'm
I haven't even done
confused
that
on
for
the trailer.
WandaVision.
Nice. I'm confused on the trailer. Made me think a lot. Kind of a lot happened so fast. Gotta kind of like comprehend it for the season 3. But season 1 and 2 is great. So okay, it's about sports. I don't know if y'all like sports or not. If y'all, I'm pretty sure you probably don't. So I don't know if y'all would like it. But it's about this kid, this teenage boy. He plays football. And I like football. I'm a football fan, you know. I'm a Bears fan, you know. Sadly, you know what? I'm not.
Sadly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna carry on because I don't know if y'all watch football, but it's good. It's about this teenage guy who lives in LA, you know, Crenshaw, and he's on this football team, and out of nowhere he got stopped by this man. It's kind of sus, right? And he's like, "Hey, I play for this football team in Beverly Hills. If you wanna like join." And he's like, "But this is my home, you know." So it's a lot of like, do I need to? And his mom was like, "Yes, you kind of need to. I don't want you staying in over here no more. It's kind of a bad place because you know
So
it's kind of
he's in
like
the ghetto.
Yes, he is in the ghetto.
Ratatata.
Yes, and he stumbles across a whole bunch of new friends, and he ends up. Is it a spoiler? I can't tell if it's a spoiler or not.
Well, then just don't say it. That's my
Okay, yeah, I'm
general
not gonna
rule
say
of
it.
thumb. If I can't tell, then I just won't say it.
Okay, but he ends up going over there, start playing football. He makes friends. He makes enemies. He makes frenemies. And it's just a whole bunch of stuff that happens. And it's like there's some stuff that's like mind blowing. Sorry, I keep on. I'm going on for long
No, that
about
wasn't
this,
me
but
yawning. I'm sorry. I
no,
sneezed
no, no,
like
no, no, no.
twice.
I'm just going. I just realized I'm going wrong about this,
No,
but
no, I went off about freaking Lego Masters, so you could go on about the
um, what was I saying?
where do
There's a lot of plot twists, a lot of intensity, a lot of like good stuff. Yeah, there's a little bit of romance, a little bit of romance if you
is it
like some of
like
that
good
romance
romance or is
stuff.
it like kind of cringe romance? Cause I don't know.
It's like regular teenage romance. It's like I want to be with you, but I want to be with you, but I'm gonna be with you.
Oh, it's like love triangle. It's like that Legend of Korra stuff, dude.
Yeah, it's a legit love triangle.
I
I'm
can't
not even. It's between three people,
I can't stand love triangle. That's what love triangle is.
and yeah, like you could see. I have my opinion on who he looks best with. You guys could have your own different opinion if y'all watch it. I recommend it a lot. Um, and it's really good.
Okay, All
But,
American. I can't really add
uh,
much to that because I have not seen
you don't
it.
have to push.
My number two is a Netflix show, so I know y'all can watch it. I know y'all got Netflix. Don't even lie and say you don't. Um, Kipo and the Age of the Wonder
Everybody
Beast.
and their mama has Netflix.
Yeah,
Sorry, go.
Kipo and the Age of the Wonder Beast is a cartoon, and it is very very good. It's paced better than any show I've seen, and this is high praises.
See.
It's paced better than any show I've seen since Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like, it's
Whoa,
that
whoa, whoa,
good.
wait, dude.
It's really good. Like, you know how book one of Avatar, like, kind of, it's paced strangely, I guess you could say.
Uh huh.
Like, they just is. I think book one of Avatar is perfectly paced. It's like every day they go on an adventure. Every episode,
Uh huh.
excuse me, they kind of learn more about themselves.
Avatar's good, dude.
I know it's
I was,
so good.
I started it and I was like, this doesn't look that good. And I started it and I went through like both books in like what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
It's yeah. So I think this show is perfectly paced, and I don't think season two is as good as season one. All three seasons. There's only three seasons of the show. You could binge through it. Don't even worry. And all three seasons came out in 2020. And
Nice.
yeah,
So you
the
kind of had stuff to watch during this
people say
quarantine.
that season two got better than season one. I low key disagree, but I also like season one of Avatar more than season three, and everybody disagrees. So whatever. Um, yeah, it's really I don't know what to say about it without spoiling it. Okay, it's about a girl named Kipo. She's a purple girl and she's from a burrow. Burrows are like underground cities where humans live because it's the apocalypse. It's the post-apocalypse, and she gets washed out of the burrow through the sewer and she ends up going to the surface world. And there's a bunch of talking animals, people in the surface world, right? Sounds kind of like Kitty, right? But it's not. Trust. There's like there's a bunch of animals
Enough.
talking, the art style so good. The music, it's like 10 times better than Mandalorian, and I love the Mandalorian, dude. The music
Ooh.
in Kipo, it's kind of like Into the Spider Verse, where they infuse hip hop
Ah.
into the soundtrack. And by the way, if y'all care about that sort of thing, the representation in the show pretty great. It's like a pretty much full POC cast. Um, yeah, it's just really good. Like in season one, there's a chase scene between like the frog mafia It's like a chase scene between like the
What?
Frog Mafia
What
and
is this?
the main
Cinderella? No, I'm sorry.
the main
Also,
characters,
that's also wrong. But
and there's like a song in the background. It's like a hip, like I don't know if that counts as hip hop. But it's like and it's just like so freaking good. Like I just love the
what?
show so much. You'll understand if you watch it. I don't know what she says. You'll understand if you watch it. It's just so good. You guys should all watch it. It's called Kipo and the Age of the Wonder Beast. Only 3 seasons. They.
Wait,
It's,
did you say that was your number? Wait, what are we on? I got confused.
that's my number 2, and my number 1 was Infinity
I
Train.
said number two. I thought
But
you were on your
anyways,
number one.
um,
Sorry, go.
if you had to recommend one show, which one would you?
The most. See, okay, I would recommend All American, but you know what? I recommend All American, man.
Okay. It's about football. Right? You say he's sports, but I don't. You say he's a football player, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I
There's
would
also a lot of
recommend.
like stuff that goes on at home and all that. It's not just football, you know. It's stuff that goes on throughout his life and with his friends, family.
I would recommend Infinity Train. I know we didn't talk about it really that much, but the reason is because it's best if you go in not knowing much and just trust.
Yeah. When I first started, I fell. When he first told me about it, I was like, I kind of don't want to watch it. Then we watched it, and I was like, fine, I guess we can watch it. I was like, dude, it's actually good.
So yeah, it's like super good. Is there any bad shows that you saw this year?
Any bad shows I watched this year? I don't know. There's, what? Let me see.
I watched Tiger King, and I like it, but I guess it's bad in the sense that it shows bad people. I don't know if that counts.
Yeah.
The people in the show suck. They're
Yeah.
really bad people. It's like every time they introduce a character, like, oh, maybe that guy is not that bad, and then it turns out they're like some weird sex cult or something. No, I don't have anything else really for shows. Let's move on to the movies.
I go first, just cause.
Well, how about if we have the same movie? So how about when I talk about it, you can talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
Jacob only has one movie on his list.
Okay. I thought I watched way more movies that were in 2020, but all the movies I watched were in like 2019. So.
Yeah, he watched
I'm
older
pretty
movies.
sure I watched. I'm pretty sure I watched some that were in 2020. I just don't know. I can't think of any.
But honestly, I'm not one to laugh because I thought like, oh yeah, we're going in quarantine. Like when we first started going in quarantine, like I catch up on so many old movies. Oh my, I'm so excited. And then I didn't watch anything this year, like barely anything. Like I had such a hard time making my top 5 list. So I'll start with my 5th slot. It is. Let me check real quick. Oh, it's Scoob. Have you guys seen Scoob? It's not that good. I can't recommend it too much. It's okay though. It's not. Look it. I don't know if you guys know about this. I'm a big Scooby Doo fan. I love Scooby Doo so much. It's so funny.
You ruined it for me.
Yeah, it's like. It's kind of like basic Scooby Doo stuff, except not because like the months, like it's also like a bunch of Hanna-Barbera cartoons mixed in with Scooby Doo. Like it's not just a pure Scooby Doo mystery. But and I saw a bunch of reviews that are like, oh yeah, they couldn't just do a normal Scooby Doo mystery. Why not? Like just do a Scooby Doo mystery on the big screen. Like that would have been fine. I would have loved that. But I guess I can see why fans would be sick of that sort of thing. I don't know. It's okay. I only have it here so I can make a top 5 list. I probably wouldn't recommend it that much though. It's like It's whatever. I'm not too harsh when it comes. Like, if I don't like a movie, I really don't like it. I'm not that harsh when it comes to movie reviews. So, did you watch Scoob? No, you didn't.
No.
I don't know why
What do you
I
mean?
asked
I would
that.
have had it
I
up
don't.
here.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked that. um, what else we got here? Oh, number 4, Onward. This is a more interesting one to talk about. Do you remember the trailers for Onward? Like, you remember what it's about?
No.
Okay, Onward is kind of like, fantasy stuff like elves and wizards and like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Fantasy. Imagine like that stuff, but like 100 years in the future. So like there's like planes and like skyscrapers and stuff, but like there's still like elves and gnomes and like their pet dragon is basically a dog and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and basically people prefer technology over magic because it's easier. Like magic, you need to like work hard to learn. In technology, you don't need to do a spell to make a
That's
light. You
just
can just
wrong with the world
flip a
today.
switch.
Technology.
Yeah, I kind of feel like a lot of it was like technology bad,
Like I say,
But
that's what's wrong with the world. But as we're like playing on technology and just watch technology all day.
yeah, I usually don't like it when movies go like, "Oh, technology bad." Like that's the best take you could come up with, but it's okay. It's pretty good. Um, it's a Pixar movie. Oh,
Mm.
wait, the whole
Is it under
freaking
the
premise
house?
of the movie. That's not the premise of the movie. That's just the setting. I forgot to say. The premise is that there's a elf voiced by Tom Holland, and
Oh
he.
wow, Tom Holland.
Tom Holland, I'm
What a bloody
British!
legend, Tom Holland.
He's British. He makes a spell and then he brings his dad back to life because his dad's dead. But then the spell back, like, he messes it up. Oh, my dog's barking. He messes it up and he only brings the bottom half of his dad back to life. So his dad's just a walking pair of legs. Walking walking around and he has to like bond with this pair of legs for
I didn't
24
see this
hours.
trailer.
Yeah, it was popular. Do you hear my dog?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a walking pair of legs, and it's like, oh, you have 24 hours to finish the spell, and he has to go on a quest to finish the spell with his brother because they both missed their dad or whatever. So yeah, it's good. I liked it. I just didn't think it's like the best Pixar movie I've ever seen. You know, like
Hmm.
it could be better.
I'm sorry, I'm dozing out. About
No, it's
some.
fine. I got distracted too. Okay, this is one you could talk about. Number 3 for me is Wonder Woman 1984.
No.
How you feel about Woman 1984?
Okay,
What was the story? Without
the
spoiling
story.
the first one or this one.
Okay, it shows in the trailer. So
Yeah.
she's
Oh yeah. You can spoil the first one, I guess. Spoilers for Wonder Woman 1. My bad.
it's pretty good actually. I didn't think I would like it, and you also thought I wouldn't like it that much.
I sure did.
And it turns out I kind of liked it. It's pretty good.
What is the
Um,
story of Wonder Woman 1984?
she Dude, I have bad memory, and I'm also getting distracted by my building my house. Okay, so she is.
I can tell the story. Do you want me to
Yes,
tell the
please.
story?
Yes, I'm
You sound like
struggling
you're
over here.
struggling so bad.
Yeah, do it, and then I'll just pitch in. That's
Okay.
in the middle of my and I'll pitch in. Yeah.
So, oh no, it's like 100 years in the future. She's in the 80s now, and then her hubby, Steve Trevor, is her hubby, but he's dead, and she's like, man, I miss my hubby. And then by certain things happen, and it's bingo bango presto, he's back. What? He's back to life somehow? How did this happen? And then
The way he came back was kind of cool. Not even a cap.
yeah, they don't even talk about that thing in the trailer, which is very interesting. That's why I'm not bringing it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, he comes back, and then it's like, oh, how did he come back? And then she's trying to figure that out. Well, meanwhile, Kristen Wiig playing Cheetah is like, I want to be not a nerd. I want to be just like Wonder Woman. And then she's like kind of turning evil, I guess, in the background. And
Yeah.
um, and meanwhile, there's a character named Maxwell Lord, and he's kind of gaining his rise to power at the same time. It's like three different stories going on at once. That's it.
It's good. Yes.
What did you like about it, or not like about it?
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
So you said people liked it and didn't like it.
No, after watching
Um,
reviews, I found out that most people didn't like it.
okay. Well, you also are one of our cousins said it was like bad, like it was actually horrible, and it was kind of like regular Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman.
Like the special effects.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad. I found it really close to the first Wonder Woman.
Uh
Like,
huh.
what's it called? Like, it wasn't bad. I kind of like the villain more in this one.
Yeah, the villain Maxwell Lord as a villain, I thought was like kind of good. We talked about it like on our own, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. He was such a much more interesting villain than Ares. I hated Ares in the first one.
Yeah, you didn't like how he looked,
I
right?
didn't like how he looked. I didn't like how he
The
sounded. I
plot
didn't
twist.
like his story. I thought he was
The
so
plot twist
lame.
kind of was weird. Like, it was like really weird.
I will destroy you.
You thought he was freaking
Yeah,
Eric?
yeah. It's like okay, but I did not like the villain for the first one, but this one, that's
This
like good
one,
stuff.
and what how he became a villain and what he's doing is
His
weird and
motivations.
cool. And like the power is really dope.
Yeah, it's like a
Like how it works. But then we think we kind of sort of figured it out towards the end.
yeah. The movie's kind of like really long, and it's still kind of hard to follow at times, which is kind of not great, right?
Uh huh. I don't know if you've seen
Yep.
the Minecraft.
The story is kind of convoluted. I feel like they could have cut stuff out. A lot of people saying that they could have cut Kristen Wiig's whole character pretty much out, like her character arc,
Hmm.
and it would have made the movie more concise. Also, I don't like that. I feel like the first Wonder Woman was like really good, like action movie, like that whole like trench run
Yeah.
scene where she's going through the no man's land, and like when she goes into the village and she's like plowing through people. Like the action scenes in that movie made that movie good. And this movie, there's not really any action scenes, and
Yeah,
when
it's
there
not really
are,
a
a
lot
lot
of
of the time
action.
it's like super cheesy,
And when
like
they
old
are,
school Superman
yeah.
action.
Or I'll be like, dude, I'm trying to help you. You need to learn your lesson.
Yeah,
You
and
should
you need
not
to
do
learn your
this.
lesson. Don't do it, please. Like she,
Yeah.
she seems like she
But
cares
in the first Wonder Woman,
more.
bro, she went all in, dog. She had no fear, dog. She tried to fight for her country, dog.
And you haven't seen the other DCEU movies, but I'm pretty sure the reason they made her like that is because people hate that. I'm not without spoiling it. Uh, there's a lot of death in the other movies, and the superheroes don't act very heroic. Like this is a universe where Batman kills people. It's funny, right? But it's true, and I
Yeah.
hate it. It's so bad. Like that's the whole thing with Batman. He doesn't kill people, and he literally murders people over and over again in Batman vs Superman, and people hate it. So I feel like this movie was trying to compensate, and they kind of pushed it a little far.
Hmm. Makes sense.
Um, but
Oh.
yeah, my number three movie would be let's see. Oh, my number two movie is another DCEU movie, which we will be talking about soon. Okay, sorry everybody. We had technical difficulties, and I had to go somewhere. But we're back, right?
Uh-huh.
Am I real? Is Markiplier real?
Dude, that whole thing, I'm so confused.
I'm so
Yeah, it's not.
confused.
It's just like he's weird.
Um. Oh, okay. So where I was leaving was my number two spot for best movie of the year. Birds of Prey is another DCEU movie that came out this year, and it's pretty good. It's not like the best movie in the world, but it's pretty good. You don't know nothing about it, so I'm especially gonna keep the spoiler free, and I won't go too in depth because we're gonna talk about it in the next episode. But it's about Harley Quinn. Oh no, the Joker broke up with her. There's a bunch of other girls. Oh no, they have a bunch of other problems. I was about to say girl problems, but then they're not really girl problems. It's more like weird superhero problems, and not even superhero because they're all villains, like, kind of. And they're all in Gotham City, and they all got issues. And oh, there's like a diamond. They need to get. Oh, there's a villain. Oh, he cuts faces off. It's an R-rated movie. They cut faces off. It's a real thing. Which, by the way, that R rating I think helps it so much because you can have gore in there a little bit. There's some gore in there. There's a little bit of face cutting. There's a little bit of cursing. There's a clip in the trailer. This isn't a spoiler. There's a clip in the trailer where she goes, "Cause I'm Harley freaking Quinn." And as soon as I saw that trailer, I was like, in the movie, it's not gonna say freaking. And sure enough, I was correct. Um, it's good. I don't want to go too into it because we're gonna talk about it. But yeah. And my number one movie of the year is Pixar's Soul. I had Onward pretty low, but I have Soul pretty high. I really, really like Soul. If y'all haven't seen Soul, what are you doing with your life? Go watch Soul. It's so good. One of the reasons I had a really bad time this year is because of like death anxiety and like existential crisis. And this is a Pixar movie. It's like a Pixar movie that really goes in depth with that sort of stuff, but like not in a way that's like triggering. It's just really good, and it just talks about like the meaning of life and stuff, and like, damn, it's a good movie. I really, really love this movie, and I kind of hope we could talk about it one day. Maybe we'll do like a Pixar episode. Um, how do you feel about that?
I was gonna watch it soon.
Well,
Actually.
then we could probably watch it once you watch it. It's super good. The story is about a guy. He loves jazz, and he's a middle school band teacher. And he's like, man, I don't like being a middle school band teacher. I want to do jazz. And then he gets the gig of a lifetime, and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This
Are
is
you in
my
Minecraft?
chance. Yes.
Okay.
He's like, I'm so excited. This is my chance to finally make a name for myself. And he gets the gig, and right as he gets the gig, he dies. And his soul gets transported. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna die, buddy. Your soul's about to go to the great beyond." And he's like, "I don't want to die. I got the gig of a lifetime. I don't want to die." And then he goes to the great before, and he meets a character played by, I forget her name. I should probably look this up, right? Let's look up 22. Cover for me. Cover for me.
Oh, he's looking up stuff right now. Just be patient, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Um, sorry, my list wasn't like.
Tina Fey voices a character named 22, and they together work on trying to get him back to his body and his soul back to his body, and lots of adventures happen, and it's really good, and there's a lot of things like, what does it mean to be alive? Why do we even want to be alive? Isn't life weird? Like, I don't know how to describe it. This is really good, and the theme, I think it's Pixar's most adult movie for sure. Um, Definitely check it out. And that's my number one movie of the year.
I
I
can't join you.
really loved it. The
I'm
pause.
dumb.
Wait,
Sorry,
what?
I'm working on my house.
Next, in the final one, let's talk about our favorite video games of 2020. This one, you did not have a hard time filling, right?
No,
Not at all. I mean,
no,
we played a lot of games this year. I feel
I
like,
did so much.
oof, we need a life, right?
Yeah.
Um, you want to go first? Or no, let me go first. Let me go first. Because I don't have much to say about my number five. You heard?
What's my number 5? Yeah. Go, go. No,
Um,
I'm listening, but
uh, my number 5 is Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. That game is it's fun. It's simple, pure fun. If I just want to have a good time, I just play a little bit of Fall Guys. You know, like it's
I'm
I.
changing mine last second to the.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Um, yeah, Fall Guys is just a good time. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a battle royale, except instead of like killing players to get eliminate them, you're basically all doing an obstacle course, and then the last people in the obstacle
Wait,
course get eliminated.
I'm
And
asking you right now.
it's
Okay.
silly, fun. It's so fun. What are you
If not,
asking?
I'll just keep the new one.
No, it's fine. You can change the last second.
No, I'm saying, but it depends on when it came out. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, Google it.
Alright.
And
Keep
I'll just.
talking. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Fall Guys
Go
is
keep
so
talking. Go.
good. I love Fall Guys. It's just simple fun. I enjoyed it. It it's also like a cutesy art style. There's not that much content. Like it doesn't update as
What?
often as other
What
games,
the?
but
Okay. Never mind.
it's pretty good. What about your number 5?
Animal Crossing. Animal
Animal
Crossing.
Crossing.
Animal
We love
Crossing.
Okay, the reason I wanted to go first is because Animal Crossing is my number 4. So, what you gotta say about Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing is fun. It's fun just because I like how I fell. I like how it takes like one of them I like is it takes like real time. Like some like you know what I mean? Like if you could order a package and it'll take a day, like real life day.
That
Like that's so cool.
Yeah, and this is like something Animal Crossing's done for forever. Cause like Animal Crossing is
This
not a
is
new
oh
series. This
this
the
is
first Animal Crossing was on the GameCube.
this is my first time anything about Animal Crossing also.
Yeah,
Like
I
I never knew
dabbled in New
nothing of
Leaf.
I never knew nothing about Animal Crossing or anything. This is my first time playing anything that has to do with Animal Crossing.
And I
And it's
get it
really good.
now. I get why people like it. It's a good time. Yeah, it's a good time. I really enjoy it. It's like
It's fun,
it's
yes.
very
Especially
chillaxing
playing with
too.
friends.
This is the most relaxing game I've ever played, and Minecraft's my favorite game of all time. So you know that's for real. um, it's just really good. I don't know what else to say about it, honestly. It's very relaxing. With friends, it's very fun to play. The progression is really nice. Like you feel
Yeah,
like
I
you're
like.
progressing all the time.
Mhm.
Well, that's capped. There's sometimes where I'm like, okay, bud, like, am I even doing anything at this point? Like, but
No, I feel like I progress all the time.
in the beginning, it definitely feels like that. But at a certain point, I feel like the pacing gets a little too slow for my taste.
Uh huh.
But it picks back up
You
again.
beat the game, didn't you?
Yes, yes. After you beat it, it picks back up again. I enjoy it. Good game.
Yeah. It's fun playing with friends because you just like, oh, look at your freaking island, and you come to my island, and you're like, oh, look at my island, and you can have so much different taste.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
I really enjoy that aspect. Um, I don't have much else to say about Animal Crossing.
Me neither. It's really good.
Do you wanna say your number 4?
My number 4. Let me check it. Hold on.
Hey guys, enjoying the pod so far? Leave a comment. We're answering questions next episode. So, and if we don't have a question, then we'll just steal questions. I don't know.
Call of Duty
Mm,
Cold War.
okay. What is this
Um,
game? I don't play Call of. To give you guys context, I do not touch Call of Duty like
he's
at all.
allergic.
I'm a I'm allergic. I don't touch it at all. Yeah. What is?
He doesn't like. Okay. He like sort of shooting games, but not really.
Yeah. Not really.
It's good. I like it. It's fun. I also like it because like I've been grinding on it a lot. Um, after I got it because I had money for Christmas and I was like, hey, this game recently came out. Let me try it out. Uh, I've liked the other ones. What's it called? I played Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare is pretty fun. This is fun. I
Wait,
don't really
which
like
Call of Duty is
zombies.
this?
Black Ops Cold War.
Oh, this is the one you swapped around.
Yeah. But what was I gonna say?
Is there a story in this game, or is it just like
Yeah,
shooting
yeah,
fun?
there's a story.
What is the story about? Is it like?
I haven't played it.
Oh,
I
okay.
started it and then I just did the end.
Because I know that there's some people who play Call of Duty like exclusively for the story.
Really?
Yeah, like I follow a couple YouTubers that only play it for the story.
That's cool. That's actually kind of cool. Um, but nah, it's fun. I played a lot of Modern Warfare. I'm grinding in that game, and this is fun having a new. And also, I didn't think I would like zombies because I don't really like zombies. Not that I'm scared. It's kind of boring,
He's
you know.
scared. You're
Kind of.
such a scaredy
It's not that much
cat.
fun. You just look at me shooting zombies. Upgrading my weapon, shooting zombies. That's how I feel.
But have,
But
mhm.
I played this with one of my friends, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of litty, you know, pretty good
Yeah.
actually." But other than that, yeah, and it's
That's
also just fun just to play. Like you have nothing better else to do, just hop on some Call of Duty, bro. Just play some multiplayer, bro. It's good vibes, you know.
okay. I can see that definitely.
Ah,
um, what's my third place? Controversial thing here to put in the third place. Ghost of Tsushima. That
Tsushima.
game, Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, dude, that's your third place too.
Yeah.
We okay. Um, what's the story, Jacob?
Uh, it's a man named Jin,
Uh
right?
huh.
He's a samurai,
Ah, yeah.
and he has to defeat this boss that
Genghis Khan is his name, right? No, it's Genghis Khan is a historical. Sorry, continue.
that captured someone. I want to say who,
Okay,
because I don't know if it's pretty. I guess it's kind of important. And the
but it's like in the opening cutscene though.
that is true. So, and also his dad died, and so it's all about the samurai way or the you know, and it's just he does a whole bunch of stuff. He does a whole bunch of stuff. It's really cool because sorry, I'm really chopping it up here. I'm really bad at explaining. But that's
I
the
didn't
story. He
want to
just goes
say
on a whole bunch
anything.
of missions. He just goes on a bunch of missions, and you could do story missions, side missions, and they're really good. I've sort of I've been doing a lot of side missions and stuff like that. I'm just exploring because that's fun.
Same.
And
One thing I could say about Ghost of Tsushima is that the side missions are not boring
yeah,
at all.
yeah, no, they're not. No.
They do a good job at making the side missions like something you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
Lady
also,
Masiko's side quest is my favorite
mhm.
story in the game. Like I'm
And
more
the stuff that
interested
you
in
could
that
get
than the main story.
out of the side quest is kind of cool.
Yeah, the rewards for the side quests are like a really cool new armor
Armor.
or whatever, and like a new stance or like not stance, like a new move you could do with your sword. Um.
The new online though
Oh yes, I want to talk about that. The new online is so weird, right?
is weird, but it's so fun.
I am into it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Um, so basically, Ghost of Tsushima is a single player game mostly, but recently they added an online mode where you can play with your friends, and it's kind of like a horde mode. Yeah, it's like a horde mode. It's kind of like Left 4 Dead, but with not zombies. Um, there's different waves of enemies, and you have to defend like different checkpoints,
But
stuff
it's
like
not
that.
even only that. You could just do the like story. It's like a story but multiplayer.
That's cool. That part was cool. Yeah. It's
So
just really good. That like that's how you do a freaking update. And it was free. It's absolutely free for people. But back on the actual game, I oh Sorry. Sorry. I'm good.
You good
The,
there, bud?
yeah. The actual game itself is pretty good. The story, I hear people saying it's the most amazing story ever. I don't think the story is that good.
It's decent.
It's like whatever. And I heard it gets better later on, but it's kind of just like, okay, like, it's like a generic normal story to me. To me, anyway. Um,
Yeah, I haven't really did much of the story. I've been playing so much of the multiplayer.
yeah, it's okay. That's probably why I ranked it so low, because I was expecting this epic samurai tale, and that's kind of what I got, but it's not as good as I would have hoped it was. Like, there's certain moments that, like where the camera does, like, the kind of angle, like the samurai movie angles and stuff, and the environments in the game.
Dude, it's so
Mwah.
pretty also.
Munafik.
Very pretty.
Is that how it is? I don't know.
Nafi?
It's really gorgeous, and they did a lot of good work into this game. I have a lot of respect for it. What else do I have to say about Ghost? The environments are really good. Oh, the sword fighting, the whole combat, it's amazing.
It's so amazing. It's
I
really
love
good.
it a lot. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know what to describe it as.
Ow.
Yeah, it's like a lot of games. I think it's kind of like Jedi Fallen Order, but I can't say that with certainty because I never played that game. Um,
Nice.
it's just really good.
It's really good.
The
I
fighting, I
would
think the
recommend getting a
stealth
wiki.
could use some work. The stealth is kind of lame in my opinion.
Yeah. Most of the time I just, hey, look at me.
Especially going from playing that to playing Spider-Man, where the stealth is like really
Ooh.
good.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the stealth is kind of bad. Like the AI and the enemies are kind of dumb, and like it doesn't really feel like you're hiding or anything. Like there's no snappiness to like anything. I don't know. It wasn't my cup of tea. That's all I gotta say about Ghost. Check it out. It's good. It's really good. The story is okay. The combat's amazing. The world is amazing. The side quest's amazing. I mean, it's just really good.
Yes.
Um, Anything else? What's
Alright.
well then I will go to my second best game of the year. Spider-Man Miles Morales. Hot damn. This game is so good. I freaking love it. I I sound a little cheesy because I mean
Okay. I have it as my number one.
I get cheesy as when I talk about Spider-Man. I don't know. I really like this game.
I kind of wish it was a little bit longer. I'm not gonna cap on
It's
that.
very short. It's very short, yes.
It's pretty short, but it's
It's a
really good.
it's about 8 hours long through and through, I think.
Yeah, 8 to 9 hours. If you try to 100% it,
Yeah, and
and
that doesn't count like side quests and stuff.
yeah.
But it isn't priced as a full price game to compensate for that, but at the same time it's $50. Like it's pretty much a full price game. Like don't act like you're not Spider-Man.
Mm,
The
hits,
music is
slaps every time you log in.
it's so good. So the first Spider-Man game, my favorite game in a really long time. Can't describe. I have so much love for Spider-Man. Y'all don't even know. I get so
He talks
cheesy.
about it so much
I
about
get so cheesy when I think about Spider-Man. He's just so. I love Spider-Man, and the first Spider-Man game, amazing. Loved it. The music in the game is so good. Like the new score that they make for Spider-Man is amazing. And then you combine that score with a hip hop track underneath it, and it's so perfect. It's a match made in heaven. Match made in heaven. I I don't want to go off too hard. Sorry. I just like this game. Oh, the story. It's about Miles Morales. He's Spider-Man. Look at him. Ooh boy. And then the Peter Parker Spider-Man's like, "Hey, I gotta go on vacation, bud." And then he's like, "Oh, okay." And then he has to defend Spider-Man, or he has to defend the
what?
city.
You can't defend him if he's there.
No,
You
no,
have to
no,
defend
no.
the city.
He gotta defend the city from from different threats. There's a gang called the Underground, and all you gotta deal with that. And then there's like a company called Roxxon, and they're trying to fight the Underground. It's very similar to how Sable's company acted in the first Spider-Man game.
I played the first Spider-Man game. Huh?
Yeah, it's amazing. The story is really great. Soundtrack really great. The combat somehow better than the original one. How did they do that? I don't know. Um, the stealth just as good. The swinging feels just as good. It's basically the original game but shorter, which is kind of what I don't like about it. Cause it's like I don't know
Yeah.
if the original game never came out and this game came out instead, this game would be my number one game of the year. But the fact that I kind of
Ooh.
played all this already and it's very similar to stuff that we've already
But
done.
okay. I don't know, kinda controversial. Really call this, but the suits in this game I kinda like a lot more than the first
I
one.
don't understand you when you say that. I cannot understand you.
You don't understand?
I mean, I guess I can understand, but like, I don't
Do you think they're
agree
better?
with you.
Nah. Dang. I think they're a lot better.
Um, there's a lot less suits as well.
There's a lot less suits, but
I don't know. Yeah, the suits look really great. The only reason it's not number one is because I've kind of seen all this already.
mm-hmm.
This, yeah, like is basically the original game with a skin taped over it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
with a fresh coat of paint. It's not anything new, nothing really like innovative. Like his combat is like slightly different than Peter Parker's combat, but it's not like
Mm-hmm.
crazy, you know. Like the enemies kind of act the same. Like there's just slight
But the stuff in this
differences.
game is pretty nice. Same thing
Yeah,
as the other one, but it's pretty good.
it's really great. Please play it. It's so
Well,
good.
yeah, it's really good. My second is Warzone.
Call of Duty
Call of Duty
Warzone. I
Warzone.
know a little something
And
about this one.
okay, I only put it there because I always told him that it's better if you have a little squad because it's so boring just like, oh, look at me playing Warzone, huh? But if you have a squad, dude, it's so fun. So recently, I've been playing with my friends, and I've been playing like 5, 6 hours just straight Warzone, dude. And time flies so fast when you're playing it, dude.
Is it?
And what also helps, I be going to sleep after, dog. I be knocking out.
I have a question on Warzone.
Yes.
The what about it makes it better than other battle? Well, first of all, Warzone is a battle royale in the Call of Duty universe, and it's like a battle royale
Okay,
with Call of Duty mechanics. Pretty much, it's all you need to
yes.
know.
Yeah.
What makes
Guns
it
of Call
better
of Duty.
than other battle royales to you? Like, why would I play this instead of Apex?
It's all about your preference, dog.
I mean,
Well,
like,
you would never play it because you never like Call of Duty, so it doesn't make any
no.
sense.
I'm not trying to like say like, oh, people shouldn't play this or whatever. I'm just saying like, why do you prefer this over the like Apex or like Fortnite or
Well,
any of the
okay,
other battle
Fortnite,
royales?
I feel like I'm on and off of Fortnite. I really am. I really am on and off of Fortnite. Like, I be playing like, oh, give me a little bit of Fortnite, you know? I just need a little bit of Fortnite in my life. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Give me a little quick hour or two of Fortnite. I'm good. Apex, good game. Really good game. Didn't come out in 2020. Did it come out? No, it didn't.
No.
But that's
Is
also a
it
good game.
is it the gunplay? I hear people say that the gunplay is better in Call of
Yeah,
Duty
I
than
feel like
any
it's
other
more
shooter
realistic,
game.
and that's why I like it.
Yeah, like the recoil and the muzzle flash and stuff like
Yeah, and
that.
then the way you could create like, okay, I'm gonna go dance in it. So like, if you play regular Black Ops, like how I said earlier, you know that you could create classes and have your own weapon or like unlock weapons and customize them as your own. Make them overpowered if you want.
Okay.
Um, and you can use and there's like it's like supply drops in Fortnite and in Apex, but but it's also in Warzone, and you could do that, and you just don't get random stuff. You get to choose what class you want to use, or just out of your classes that you made, you could choose any one. So you could be like, hey, look at me, I have my overpowered gun in Battle Royale. Come face me, I'm gonna laser you. So it's really fun. I like. I also like the realisticness. Pretty fun.
You see, I could see why people would like that more for like competitive play. Like being
I'm
able
a
to
bad.
choose your loadout and like being able to choose how
Yeah.
you want everything. I feel like that puts more choice in the player's hands, and I feel like that's probably better for competitive play, right?
Mhm. I would agree. So yeah, there is. I think there is a competitive COD.
There
If I'm
is. It
not
won
mistaken.
like esports thing of the year or something in the Game Awards.
Yeah. There is actually. Yeah.
Um, my number
I don't
one
know how that
game
works though. Don't know.
of the year.
Actually, yeah.
Sorry, what happened?
No, you go.
My number one game of the year is Last of Us Part 2. Hot take. Oh my gosh, I'm about to get burned at the stake if anyone heard
Dude, okay,
this.
I can pitch in on this because I watched you play the whole
He
thing.
watched me play the whole thing. Last of Us 2 is a very hated game, must I say.
Hmm.
People can't stand this game. I think it's really, really good, and
I
I
think it's
have
really good too.
issues with it. I understand
Yeah,
people's
there's
issues with
some
it.
problems with it, yes, but I don't think it's bad.
It's not bad, and I think people calling it hot garbage are don't know what hot
They're
garbage
hot garbage.
is. Like, okay, the story. After the events of Last of Us One, Ellie. You can't really go into the story without spoiling it. I just realized. Um,
Yeah,
Ellie.
okay. The only reason, sorry, I cut you out here. I
Okay.
didn't put it in here because I didn't play it. I feel like he was like you could put it in. I was like, but I didn't play it. I didn't feel the experience like you did. But I watched it, so I could put input on it. That's why I didn't put it in.
The story is Ellie is on a quest for vengeance after she loses somebody close to her, and you meet a bunch of new people, new characters who are close to Ellie, and like it's basically the story of the game is how violence affects people, I think, and a lot of people take that story as violence bad. Who? That's the message. Violence bad, but it's not violence bad. It's just showing the effects that violence has, and I think halfway through the halfway through the game something happens, and I think after that point, if you don't like it, I think stick with it, cause after that turning point in the game, I didn't like it either, and I was kind of upset
Yeah,
with it.
I did. It would have been cooler the other way around.
And I think it kind
You
of,
know what we're talking about if you watched it, played it, but
yeah, it's. I think they could have had a better way to do things. I don't know. It kind of comes across as like messy in a way. Um, the way that the layout is. The
hmm
layout of the story. The pacing is very weird in this game.
hmm
But all the
You also
emotional,
cut back. You also cut back and forth between a lot of people.
yeah, the emotional beats though, like they hit on the spot for me. A lot of people don't like the representation in the game, and they think it's a little ham-fisted. I don't think it's that ham-fisted. I think it's just normal representation. I don't really I don't know. If you I can't really argue with you. If you're not gonna like a trans person in the game, then you're just not I'm not gonna change your mind. you know? I mean, there are issues with the story. I think the pacing could have been a little bit better. There are certain things that obviously I would have liked to see, but I think that the story went in directions I didn't expect. And I really like that I was on my toes for the whole like I love media that challenges me in that sort of way. Like, you know, like
Yeah,
this isn't what you wanted to see.
there's some places where he kind of triggered me because he wanted like to like stealth it really hard, and he'll like fail, and
Oh
it'll
my
be pretty
gosh.
funny.
There, yeah. First of all, let's talk about the gameplay. We talked about the story this whole time. The gameplay in Last of Us
Really
Part
good.
Two, it's Last of Us Part One, but like 10 times better, and that's shocking because I like Last of Us 1 gameplay a lot.
Yeah,
And if
I
anything,
played it that too. I played that too.
I would honestly say Last of Us 1 is probably better than Part 2.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I think the story is more focused, and I think the gameplay's still really fun. But this game, they put stealth to the whole new level. It's the best stealth I've ever played in a game, probably ever. It's really amazing, and the shooting feels really good. The the animation, this is the best looking game I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm not exaggerating. It literally looks like real life. And the cutscenes don't look any different than the actual game. The game literally just looks realistic. I
Mm,
it's shocking.
it's shocking.
um I don't know. What do you have to say about it? Sorry, I feel like I'm gushing.
No, 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 no. You played it. It's fine. I agree with you. Cause I played Last of Us 1, and I liked it a lot. It's really good. Last of Us 2, I like the way the sneakiness. Cause when you're like, I need to do it this way, I was like, you really don't. But it's so good though. It's like, and it was cool to see you like, ha, I did it this way. I did that. I was like, hey,
Hey,
that's
you
dope.
did that.
Yeah.
um
Uh,
does they allow you to go prone in this game? Which they
mhm.
didn't let you go in the first game.
Yeah.
That was really fun. I think that option to be able to do that kind of helped so much. It made the game so much more fun. And the game was already fun. Like, it just adds like a whole new level layer to stealth. It's just really good. I and I think it does a lot of good work on empathy, and it kind of messes with the
Mhm.
player's head in a way of like trying to makes you empathize with people who you hate with all your guts, you know? And it tries to make you realize that even like monsters are that's not the right word. I was about to say monsters are people. But like even someone that you perceive as a monster could be
That you hate so much with
yeah.
the rest of your life, all your heart
You like
given.
they're also people with their own lives. And I think that's a message that we not to get bloody political here, but but I think that's a message we should probably all kind of take, you know?
Yeah.
It's just really good. I really like The Last of Us Part 2.
I really like it too.
Um, is there any bad games you played this year?
No, no, no.
I'm
All
very
the games I
picky
played,
about
I
my
like.
games. Yeah, I only get a game if I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like it. Um, cool.
That's that.
That's that. That's pretty much it for today's podcast. Thank you guys for
Yeah.
watching.
Thank you.
Um, put questions down below if you made it all the way through. I probably should have brought this up in the beginning. Nobody's watching this, so that means that means if you do put a question, we're definitely gonna answer no matter what. So that's you're literally gonna
That's.
get a video with your name in it. Do you want that? Do it. Okay. Cool.
I sure darn really think you do.
I sure diddly think you do.
You said it
So
wrong, but
yeah.
it's cool.
The last thing we want to do in these podcast episodes is kind of recap what we've been doing in Minecraft. We've been playing Minecraft in the background of this whole podcast. If you didn't look at your screen for some reason, I've been building this house right here.
How?
I've been building this
Okay.
house. I'm trying to make it like a castle thing. I don't know. I thought it'd be kind of fun. The next episode, I want to say it right now. The next episode will be the DCEU. We're gonna talk about all the DCEU movies. That'll be fun, right?
It'll be fun. Yeah.
Okay, let's go see what Jacob's been up to, and then we'll
Dude,
get.
where are you even at?
I'm coming.
Are you lost? I like how we both went our separate ways
This
through
is
this whole
what
thing.
Jacob's been doing, I guess.
Where you at? Oh,
Oh
like my
wow,
house.
oh, it's dark in here.
Yeah, it just got done.
Okay, bye bye everybody.
Bye bye.